Who doesn't like a good chip? I know I do. But who's trying to eat a little healthier and cut out some of those bad ingredients? Also me. So I wanted to share with you today some of the different types of chips that I've tried, some vegan, just a little healthier side. Let's dig into this chip thing one bite at a time. I'll see you back here in just 1 minute. So I'm a clinical aromatherapist and certified herbalist, and I'm also very passionate about gluten-free, dairy-free eating. I have been eating that way for years, and just overall natural things and what we put in our body. So one of my favorite chips that I loved before I was gluten-free were salt and vinegar chips. And then I discovered that they aren't gluten-free. A lot of them are not gluten-free because they have barley malt in them. If you are not aware, malt is from barley and it is not gluten-free. So I wanted to find a vinegar chip that I could have. And I found Kettle. So Kettle brand potato chips. There's sea salt and vinegar. They are non-GMO. These ones aren't organic. Some of the Kettle ones are and some aren't. So this one, the ingredients on here are just potatoes, vegetable oils, vinegar powder, which is from corn maltodextrin. So if you have an issue with corn, these wouldn't be for you. And distilled white vinegar, sea salt, and citric acid. So it's got that distilled white vinegar in there instead of the malt vinegar. Most vinegars are okay. You have to watch with vinegar. So any vinegar can be made or processed with wheat, and you just need to be careful of that. But this I've never had an issue with, and they say get gluten-free on there. So I like these chips. I like, they have a punch to them. So this is what these ones look like. They're packed full of flavor. You definitely get that whack of vinegar and salt, and I really like them. And these ones, for whatever reason, like some of the others, they don't burn my tongue like some do if I eat too many. I mean, you still have to be careful with that, but maybe not eat that whole bag, the big bag. but but anyway, kettle chips tend to be a little bit harder than maybe like some regular potato chips, Lay's, those kind of things. Those are a little softer and melt in your mouth a little easier. These don't necessarily do that, but I like that harder consistency. They're crunchy. They've got that salty vinegar taste to them. Okay, so let's dive into a few others. This is Garden of Eden. They're blue tortilla chips, and they're made with, they are organic blue corn. So this is just organic blue corn, canola oil, safflower oil, and the oils. So these are not bad. I just ate some of these with hummus, which I'm going to make some hummus. And so look out for that video too if you want to see my homemade hummus video. So these are good. A good, healthier version of a tortilla chip. Anyway, these are the Good Crisp company. These are gluten-free. This particular one is dairy-free, but they do have other ones that are sour cream and onion, cheddar, that aren't. Now, a quick story with this, okay? My dad was eating these one day, and my mom is always telling him how bad Pringles are for you because they have a lot of not great stuff in there. He was eating these, and he was reading the ingredients, and he goes, "There's nothing bad in here." And my mom's like, "No, you're kidding me." And he's like, "There's nothing bad in here unless I'm totally missing it." So she grabs the can thinking they're Pringles and looked at him and she goes, "Oh, there isn't anything bad in there." She goes, "These must be Kayla's." And sure enough, they were. He's pretty much eaten this entire can. And he said he loves them. He says they're just as good, if not better. And my dad is not gluten-free, dairy-free, or health conscious at all. And he loves these. That's saying something. So they look a lot like Pringles, but They definitely have better ingredients in there. Those are good. Those have a seal of approval from my dad. Okay, so one brand that I found when I was dairy free, I don't know about you, but I used to love the Doritos Cool Ranch chips, and I can't eat those anymore. They're not gluten free. Well, I don't think they're gluten free. I don't know. I haven't eaten them in a long time, but they're not dairy free for sure. And they are GMO'd. So I tend to stay away from GMOs. But I found these from Siete, I believe is how they say their name. Forgive me if I'm wrong there, but these are grain-free tortilla chips, dairy-free ranch, and they taste fairly similar. So for their cassava flour, so they've got a cassava blend in here, avocado oils, coconut flour, nutritional yeast, coconut milk powder, chia seeds, sea salt, garlic powder, lactic acid, onion powder, citric powder, dill weed, and parsley powder. So they're vegan, they're paleo. Um, there is 1 gram of sugar in here. So they are a good, healthy treat, natural treat, especially if you are needing for the dietary concerns, for allergies. These are a good one. Maybe if those are your allergies. So they look like this. I mean, they're not all like that. This one just happens to be curved, but they are good. They have a little bit of a different texture than you may be used to. These chips, honestly, took me a little bit to get used to because it is different than what I would say normal chips are. But it's, again, it's a taste bud thing. It's getting yourself out of what we've been programmed to think that food needs to taste like, and let it be okay that we're eating healthy stuff. So, these are very flavorful though. They have a lot of that ranch flavor in there that I'm looking for, that I miss. You know, you can taste that cassava a little bit, but it's not bad at all. So I'm going to compare it to, because the other one that I used to like is that jalapeno nacho. You know what I'm talking about, right? So this is Beanfield's jalapeno nacho chips. So these ones are, there's 4 grams of protein in here because these are made with beans. So, and 4 grams of fiber. So if you can have beans, these are good. They're gluten-free and they're dairy-free. So it's black beans, navy beans, brown rice, sapphire oil, and the seasoning blend, jalapeno peppers. So these are healthier, on the healthier side too, 1 grams. So depending on the kind of diet you're on or your allergies, this may or may not be a good choice for you, but I thought I would compare these two. So this is the jalapeno nacho, and this one was the ranch, okay? So these have little specks of the bean in them, but they also have the seasoning, if you can see the seasoning on there. And it looks like there's quite a bit on there. These are very good too. These have a little more flavoring on there. Woo! You can taste that jalapeno. These do have a little more flavoring on them than these ones. And it's kind of hard to compare because they are a little different chip. These are the bean. These are the cassava. If you're okay with the bean flavor, these are very good. And actually, I don't even really taste the bean flavor on here because the other flavor of the seasoning is so powerful that it kind of drowns out the fact that you're eating beans. So I do like that about this. It's good. So let's try these. These are both a type of cheddar. So this is the Beanfield's vegan cheddar sour cream, and this is the Siete grain-free, dairy-free nacho. So let's try one of these and see what we think. I'm going to start with the Beanfield. And again, these just have, you know, one gram of sugar. They are primarily beans, and there is 4 grams of protein in these as well. 4 grams of fiber. So this is what this one looks like. Ooh, let's compare these. Let's compare, shall we? So if you have something, look at that. Oops. I don't know if you can see that very well. So this is the bean fields, and this one does look a little more like it's got more color to it. That orange yellow color. So it looks like it might have a little more of the cheddar seasoning. This one, I believe it's in there too. It just looks a little different. Oh yeah, you can see it close up. You can see it. So if you have anything that you would like me to review, if you've got a certain product you want to try, but you haven't like ventured into it yet and you want me to try it first, let me know. I know some of the stuff is expensive and you look at it and go, I don't know if I want to spend that kind of money if I'm not going to like it. And of course, my taste buds are different than your taste buds, but I can at least still let you know what I liked and didn't like about it and that kind of thing. So let's try the bean fields. It's good. Okay, I'm going to be real with you guys for 1 second. I have a hard time with vegan cheese, okay? I was one of those people that said, so I've been gluten-free for years, 13 of them, I believe. But when it came to dairy, I was like, oh, I hope I never have to be dairy-free because I could never give up cheese, right? Well, about a year and a half ago, I realized that dairy was not doing me any favors. I was getting migraines a lot. I was very fatigued. I had a lot of issues, and I had to get off the dairy. And when I did, all of that went away. I felt much better. However, I am still struggling with missing cheese. I really am. There are substitutes, there are other things that I'm finding and figuring out, and I'm able to take care of that taste bud somewhat, but I'm still adjusting to that flavor of cheese. So I share that with you to let you know that if you are struggling with that too, know that you're not alone. It doesn't mean that this other stuff isn't good and that I just need to let myself get used to it and develop a flavor for it because honestly, I would rather eat this and feel better than sit there and eat cheese that I know is going to make me feel like junk the next day. So that's why I do this. To me, it is totally worth it. So that being said, these are good. I think I like the jalapeno nacho. I think I like the jalapeno nacho ones better. And I think it's that flavor in there that there's still a little bit of that cheese, that vegan cheese in there, but I think the jalapeno kind of hides that for me a little bit. These are clearly that vegan cheddar. And it's not bad. It's not that it's bad, it's that it's different. And that there is something in certain vegan cheddars that just hit my, it's not even necessarily my taste buds as much as it is my smell. I smell it and I go, what is that? So it's just me. It's me. Honestly, it is. But as far as that, I prefer the jalapeno ones to the cheddar when it comes to the bean fields. Now, let's try the siete ones. Let's try these ones and see what they taste like. So this has got the cassava flour, avocado oil, coconut flour, nutritional yeast, and the powders. So let's try it. See, I'm not getting that vegan cheese taste with those, and it's still somewhat cheesy. That nutritional yeast is supposed to do that, along with the paprika and some of the other flavorings in there. If you are looking for a pure nacho Dorito like you used to be able to eat, it, this may take a little bit to get used to, but it is a decent substitute. Um, is it going to be perfect for you right off the bat? Maybe not, but it will be a decent substitute. I do encourage you to try, if you're really looking for that cheddar flavor, try the cheddar one of these. If you can do regular cheddar and you're not dairy free, these are good. I had them before I was dairy free and they are good. These are the barbecue ones, so they are good for dairy free people. But anyway, these are if you have to have that dairy free. I I do like them. Are they my absolute favorite? Are they my absolute go-to? Not necessarily. I still stick to my salt and vinegar chips, or I'll do the corn chips that I can dip in. But I was excited to find these and be able to have them for a substitute if and when I wanted them. And I do, I use this kind of stuff mainly for trips when I'm traveling, driving down the road. If you are looking for more dairy-free, gluten-free recipe reviews, product reviews like this, anything herbal, essential oil, subscribe to my channel, follow me to see more videos. All right, I will talk to you all later. You have a blessed day.